It has been such an amazing journey for the last 5 years eating Starch Solution. Come along for today's video where I talk more about my journey. I felt stuck. I didn't know what I needed to do to actually lose the weight. I had tried and tried everything I knew, and nothing was working until I came across the Starch Solution. And I vowed to myself that I was going to give it my all and just see what could happen. I've done so many series around my journey the last 5 years. Definitely check those out and just see all of my progress that I have made. I did a Breaking My Plateau series, and then I did a Consistency is Key, Building Better Habits. So many amazing series to show you what I ate and how I was able to transform my body in such amazing ways. I sometimes now look back at my story and I just am in awe of how my body was able to transform and who I started becoming one day at a time. And you see, the thing is I had to show up for myself. Nobody else was going to do it for me. I needed to spend time in the kitchen. This is where my batch cooking classes come in, where I literally give you the framework of how to have a successful week, from a list at the grocery store, all the things you need to prep and get ready for the week. And many of my followers find this really, really helpful. It just gives them some really good structure for them to have a really successful week eating Starch Solution approved meals. No one sees the hours you put behind the scenes, the quiet moments when you're tired, tempted, or doubting yourself. What people see is the result, which for me is a 50-pound weight loss transformation. But what they don't see is where it started, one decision, one meal, and one step at a time. For me, it began with me taking action, not a plan, not waiting for the right thing, just a decision to start. Action is the very first spark of change. When I chose the Starch Solution, I didn't have all the answers. I just knew I had to begin. And beginning meant showing up for myself in small ways, preparing a simple meal, pouring a glass of water instead of grabbing something else, lacing up my shoes and putting on that weighted vest. Action is messy. It's imperfect, but it's powerful, because without action, there is no change. Once I took action, everything literally started to happen. This is where I created momentum in my journey. Each little choice added up. Every time I filled my plate with potatoes and vegetables, every time I said yes to movement instead of the couch, the weight of old habits grew lighter. Momentum is energy in motion. And even though the scale didn't change overnight, I could feel a shift inside me. My body was responding. My mindset was shifting. The small wins became proof that I could keep going. Momentum is what carries you forward, especially when the motivation fails. Momentum led me into that consistency factor that I always talk about. And this is where the real transformation begins. Consistency is what turns effort into results. It's what turns choices into habits. I showed up for myself every single day, even on hard days. I didn't let a slip up derail me either. I remembered it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. One meal at a time, one step at a time, over and over again. Consistency rewired my relationship with food and my body and myself. And that's when the weight began to fall away. not just from my body, but from my mind. Over time, consistency gave me something even greater. It gave me discipline. And discipline is where the transformation locks in. Discipline isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. Freedom from cravings controlling me, freedoms from starting over every Monday, freedom from the cycle of doubt. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want in that very moment. It's trusting the process even when the results aren't instant. This isn't instant work, y'all. Discipline became my new identity. Not just someone who wanted change, but someone who lived it. I want to ask you right now, are you living the change that you want to see? Are you becoming the woman that you want to become? And if that's the case, you need to start taking action. This is exactly what I teach in my Her Way program. Y'all, I talk about this program so much because it is my signature element of how I was able to be successful and lose over 50 pounds. There's not quick fixes. But here's the thing, it wasn't about losing weight for a vacation or an event. It was about reclaiming my health, my confidence, and my life. And I did it the only way that works. One meal at a time. One step at a time. The Starch Solution gave me the freedom, but it was the action, the momentum, the consistency, and discipline that carried me through. 50 pounds lost, but what I gained was so much more energy, freedom, confidence, and self-respect. A new way of living. And it all started with a simple decision to take action. So if you're standing where I once stood, wondering if the change is possible, let me be your reminder. It is. One meal at a time, one step at a time. That's how transformation happens. Thank you for being here on my journey. I hope you are enjoying my weekly videos. Make sure to subscribe for more videos coming your way.